Joining us now for a preview of what we can expect out of the UN today is Senior National Security Analyst, former Acting Director of National Intelligence, and former U.S. Ambassador to Germany, Ric Grenell. Rick, great to see you this morning. So,
welcome.
Obviously, we don't want to see something like that. But do you get nervous when you see that President Biden is going to address the UN? Like, we all get nervous.
Yeah, I get really nervous because it's on the world stage, right? We're not the only ones watching. It's not just about our election, and we think, oh, gosh, Joe is old, and, you know, there's a problem. Look, we have two major wars that have happened under Biden-Harris, and when you look at moments like that, and you see moments like Kamala Harris not being able to go off script with Oprah, you realize why we're in this situation. And, you know, I know world leaders, and they all privately complain. They don't always love to be told what to do. They don't want a strong leader in America that's telling them this is the way. So sometimes they don't love having a strong leader like Donald Trump. But they absolutely do not want a weak leader because they know what that means. It means war. And we've got the largest war in Europe that we've seen 50 years. We've got the largest war in the Middle East that we've seen in 50 years. It's a real scary thought when you look and you see what's happening around the world because we have these weak moments. Joe Biden doesn't know that Modi is sitting behind him. You know, you got to put yourself in Modi's situation, too. He's now thinking, I can't wait for Donald Trump. We were like, Donald Trump came to India. We're buddies. Like, we can talk. We can talk about trade. We can talk about what's going on. You know, the other thing I'd like to know is if Eric Garcetti was in the audience, and since he is the U.S. ambassador to India. Did he come? Is he here?
Did he travel to Delaware to be there? Rick, this is scary on so many levels because Joe Biden is president for what? Another 4 months. Okay, today's the 24th. Inauguration day is January 20th. So that's what, just under 4 months. We're on the precipice of what you just mentioned, a wider war in the Middle East, and we're on the precipice of what could possibly be World War III breaking out as a result of what's going on in Ukraine, a war that's in calendar year number 3. If something does happen, if there is a serious development, forget about between now and Election Day, 42 days away, between now and Inauguration Day, do you trust that man right there to handle the situation?
No, and you know, the most scary moments for America are going to be when Donald Trump wins and doesn't take over until January. If you think about from November to January, we're in waiting for a new president, but Joe Biden is in charge, Kamala Harris has been defeated. What are they going to do? Are they even going to be engaged? Are other countries going to test us? This is a very important moment, and we need some answers. We need some reporters who push for more transparency from Jake Sullivan, from the Chief of Staff, from Avril Haines, who is our Director of National Intelligence. We still don't know. What did America know about the October 7th attack in the lead-up? What did we share with Israel? I don't understand why members of Congress are not pushing for this information. Why isn't the New York Times reporter demanding that Avril Haines answer these questions? I will tell you this, when Donald Trump is elected, we're going to get to the bottom of the information. What did we know in the lead up? Because if we didn't know anything, that's worse than actually having some raw intelligence, not being able to put it together and not sharing it with the Israelis.
Ambassador, you're going to be back with us at the top of the hour. Jack Kingston, former Georgia congressman, is going to join us. A lot to talk about, but I think, you know, Kamala Harris, she could win in November. Who knows how it's going to play out? It's very close right now. It feels like Donald Trump is starting to pick up some momentum. Kamala has the media wind at her back. We'll see. This is going to be a test for the dominant media. You know, how powerful is the dominant media? We'll find out on November the 5th. But if she does lose, she's going to be like Tim Kaine. She will go back to the political abyss, never to be heard from again. Like, I don't think Kamala's a candidate again in 2028. No. Just a quick thought on that.
No, she's a radical San Francisco type. The more we know, the more we see. She doesn't want us eating red meat because it's bad for the environment. I mean, it's a disastrous policy. A plethora of videos from her. The more you know, the more you don't like.
All right.